I will do a quick demo of our platform. So if you haven't signed in at the Yasna platform, you can do that absolutely for free. Of course, sorry, I'm not, I don't want to, sell and push it, but I mean, just, to get some experience with it. Yeah. This is actually you will have also access to some public cases. This one is not public, but we can think about it, right? So I will just wanted to show, this is the example, like actually this project that we conducted together. This is the setup page. So we created the name of our project. Then we typed some context because actually Yasna, our AI moderator, needed to, as a human moderator, I need to understand who am I talking to, what is the main goal. So this is actually what we put here: target audience and some general research goals. Then the interview flow. So here we put our open-ended questions. We put some instructions. So this 1, 2, 3, these are, well, like we call them topics, because you can put together a few questions that are logically connected. Well, actually, in Yasna allows you also to add some images, videos, or text. So if you want to test designs, concepts, and so on, you can add this. In our case, it wasn't. In our case, it wasn't the case. We didn't need to show anything. But how it works? So you type your questions, and then you can click here on the credits and see how actually Yasna understood you. So you can check if what you wrote transforms into actually into questions that you really mean. Because you can write in a very generic form your questions, or you can be very specific with instructions like focus on these specific aspects. For example, if we were interested in what version of ChatGPT people people are using, we could actually ask Yasna to probe on that. We didn't, and Yasna didn't probe in this case. But so you just type your questions. Actually, we had these ones, and then we saw the expected length. And actually it was around 10-15 minutes for everyone. And then also what you can do, you can adjust, customize the agent. We left Yasna as it is, but when you are setting up your project based on your target audience or geography, you can choose one of these avatars. You can upload the avatar that you want. You can change the name. You can also adjust the greeting if you want, and also choose the tone of voice. I know that in some countries it's crucial. It's not only a cultural thing, of course. You have, I don't know, you can talk to teenagers and choose more informal tone of voice. So you have this flexibility as well. And you have voice answers. So in general, how you can activate it, and it means that Yasna is typing the questions and can show the materials if needed. And then people answered with text or voice based on their preferences. For this project, we activated voice, obviously, and those who felt like that it's more comfortable to use voice, they used voice. So I will show you the chat preview. So this is how it works. So Yasna is asking me if I want to talk to her. Of course, I'm not going to do the whole interview, just to give you an idea. May I ask your name? Of course you can, Yasna. She's very polite, and she has empathy at a certain extent, and she reacts with emojis if needed. You see, so polite. I'm delighted to be having this conversation. When you hear the term AI in the context of market research tools or platforms, what are your initial thoughts and assumptions? Too many of them. Can I write it, please? Like this? Let's see. Now, well, what Yasna actually does, we write our questions, but she can also probe, she probes like a qualitative researcher should do. So as you see, she's asking, can you tell me more about what do you mean by too many of them? So it wasn't the question that we wrote to her. She understands that she needs to get some meaningful answers. That's why she's probing. Let me do it once again in Italiano. Why not? So I can do it in as many. Yasna can speak 45 plus languages. Unfortunately, I cannot. Oh, sorry. I wanted to choose Italian. I will do it once again. Sorry. You can also preset languages, for your audience. So Italiano, here it is. Okay. In 1 minute, in un attimo, she's talking Italian to me. Ok, grande. Posso il tuo nome? Certo. Mi chiamo Tanya. Okay, I can switch a little bit like Yasna, but just in few languages, not more. So as you can see now, she's asking the same thing. Yeah. So it's the same thing about like my associations and so on. Ci ne sono tantissimi. Okay, I suppose she will do more or less similar probing. Let's see it, and then I will switch to the platform. I understand that it's not that fun for everyone to see how I'm chatting in italiano. Puoi dirmi di più su cosa intendi quando dici che se ne sono? Yeah, she's asking the same question, like she's probing on this many tools, yeah, thing. So I'm going back to the platform. So when you go to the participant section, here actually you can activate screening option. In our project, it wasn't the case. But if you, for example, recruit people from a panel or from your database, you can write a few questions or just describe your target audience. And it means that Yasna will ask a few questions to understand if people fit in, if she can continue or not. And then you create the link. Again, you can preset the language that you need. If, for example, you have a few countries and you know already, then you just copy this link and send it over to your respondents. And then on the platform, you can read all the transcripts and you can see summaries of these interviews in native language. So there were a lot of English, but let's click somewhere. I think I had, yeah, I've seen, yeah, maybe here. Yeah, for example, so this is the summary, like a storytelling of the interview. Yeah, I can easily translate it in one click into English. You also have access to all the transcripts that you can, again, translate into any language that you see here. Hungarian, why not? Let's see. Okay, miracle. Yeah, so you can download these transcripts and filter them and so on. And I will show you also the report, actually. Yeah, so you saw some insights, yeah, but we had actually a lot of information here, as you can see, and this information is different findings and tables and comparison of different subgroups. So we created, like, we wanted to see the differences, yeah, between like North America and Europe. But I mean, if like in a typical study, we want to understand the differences between different age groups, yeah, male, female, different brand users, and so on. So actually how it works, super easy. You just click on the plus. When I said that your expertise is needed, let me show you why and where. So you choose type of outputs, findings, or table. Yeah, then you choose one of the topics of your guide, and then you type what you want to know. So you make prompts to the data. Yeah, you chat with the data, actually. If you don't want to do that, you can ask AI to give you some suggestion. And then you can also choose if you want like total data, or you want to, to be divided into different subgroups. And this is how you get. So we prompted, we have a lot of different, information. We try to find something really interesting. And I hope we managed to find something useful and interesting for you. This is how it looks like. Yeah. So I think I will stop sharing my screen. If you are interested, please feel free to sign up. You will have a 2-week free trial with some credits, 500 credits, which means that if your guide is like 10 questions, it means that you can conduct 50 interviews for free in 2 weeks. And you will have access to all the features like voice responses and customizable avatar and built-in screener and so on. Yeah, so thank you so much.
Thank you, Tanya. So we've got plenty of questions. I'm going to start with the first one in the Q&A tool. Is the typing delay artificial? That is, does Yasna's response, could it be instant, more like a survey, or do we need to wait the 3 seconds or whatever it was for Yasna to ask the question?
No, I think it was the case that somebody had to wait for Yasna to type. The speed depends on a lot of different factors, including your internet connection, things like that. We know that it doesn't work like boom, yeah, super quickly. Sometimes it takes some time, but we are really working on that. I have to say that, I mean, I chatted with Yasna many times, and usually it's not annoying. It's something that you can really wait for. It's quite quickly, but we still want it to be faster. We are working on that.
So coming back to the chat, questions in the chat, we had one which was asked just before the demonstration. So in the platform, how do you form the groups cited in the results that you showed? to get preliminary groupings of different types of consumers with illustrative verbatims and consumers wordings. So maybe when you did it for countries, just describe how
Yeah,
that
well,
was done.
there are a few ways. I mean, it's a technical, not very maybe exciting information for now to share, but more or less, for example, just a few examples. Yeah, you can create different links, for example, yeah, like for different countries, like I know Germany, Turkey, and then you compare, you just set everything up in a couple of seconds. Actually, yeah, you just set it up, and then you use when I showed the reporting part, yeah, you choose that you want this subset by countries, for example, and then you have these separate reports for each country in comparison as well, with common features, unique features, and so on. If, for example, you added, I don't know, three designs to test, you can do the same. Yeah, so you just choose that you want to create subgroups by stimulus materials, and then you will have separate reports and the comparison.
And how do you pick which verbatim to use in the report?
I think it's just the researcher, your creativity, your will, and so on. You just feel like I love this one. I feel that it reflects the findings, yeah, and it gives you some more, yeah. It gives you because verbatim is an illustration of what you get, yeah, and you want beautiful illustration, but you choose. You are always, yeah, the creator of this. Like you choose photos for
Yeah.
your presentation, it's the same.
This comes back to the point that the machine isn't choosing the deliverable. The machine gives you some stuff and you have to choose the
You can
deliverable.
ask, for example, like give me 10 verbatims,
Yeah.
yeah, that I don't know, reflect this opinion, for example, and then you choose what you want, yeah.
Okay. Next question. AI companies and tools are everywhere, as we found out from the study. What makes Yasna different, better, more trustworthy, etc., than other companies?
Well, we have a few answers for that, of course. So I think what really makes Yasna different is the moderation itself. Yeah, because for us, it's we are all researchers in the background. I think it's important that it explains. I know that sometimes we have, like more IT guys or people with different background, and we are researchers, and that's why we understand how important it is to extract quality information from people because it influences your results at the end. Yeah, so we are working a lot on making Yasna more human-like, considering behaving more and more as a human qualitative moderator would do. So for us, it's a crucial thing, and we are working on that a lot. And we see that the probings that Yasna does spontaneously, because she already has some independency, with this almost 2 years that we, created Yasna, we see this development, and she's becoming really smarter and smarter. And we're like, oh, you can rely on Yasna more and more.
Okay, so we're running a little bit short of time and we've got quite a few questions. So if we can be really sharp with the next few answers, that's going to be great.
Right. No
Names.
person speaks a lot.
So names are usually considered personally identifiable information. If you had said no to the question when it asked your name, would you just say okay and keep the questions generic?
Yes, Yasna is fine with that. Moreover, we have an option. You may ask Yasna not to ask the name. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you have this option next to tone of voice on the platform.
Yes. So when I run fieldwork, I allow the participants to guide the conversation, making sure that we cover each area of interest, but in a unique order from one person to another. How does Yasna handle the interview protocol? Is it possible to take advantage of natural conversation changes to allow unique interview structures based on the participant response and prevent stilted, disjointed, non sequitur questions?
For now, yeah, I understand fully this question. As a moderator, I fully understand that. So Yasna is now asking, no, she's moving like from one topic to another topic. Yeah. And for now, she doesn't have this flexibility like, oh, I know, respondents started to talk about it, then the question 9 will come right now. Yeah. This kind of flexibility, not yet, not yet. I think we will come to this part,
Yeah.
but Yasna already takes into consideration the context in general. She understands if something valuable and important is mentioned, yeah, she can probe on this type of
Yeah.
thing. But of course, we we have something, some places. And
So the next question, does the second interview learn from the first interview, or is every interview a blank slate starting again?
yeah, blank. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a new page. The good thing about it that Yasna is always full of enthusiasm. As a qualitative researcher myself, I was taught, that every single interview should be like, like white blank for you. You should be, very open to some new information because you think you know everything, but wait, maybe not. So Yasna is.
If somebody sets the language to English at the start of their study
Yeah.
and then they start typing in Italian, what happens to
She will
Yasna?
switch. She will switch. We had a lot of experiences like that, and you can even ask, like, let's switch into Italiano, and she will. Yeah, she's flexible.
Is it hard to create the interviewer in speech setting, i.e., talking, so the interview becomes more natural speech to speech?
Well, but I'm not sure that it's becoming like more natural. Maybe, as you said, with synthetic data, slightly, maybe. But let's think how we communicate in WhatsApp or Telegram, whatever. How do we communicate? Someone is typing, but you can reply with sometimes with voice, sometimes with text. So it's pretty natural experience, and this is how it works. And we sometimes ask people at the end how they felt and so on, and they feel very comfortable, and it's a very natural experience for them.
When it's computing the statistics, for example, percentages, how does it do that? Does it use an LLM? Does it use Python?
Yeah, well, in general, Yasna is based on large language models, of course. Yeah, the same that like large language models of OpenAI, but we use it from API, obviously. Yeah, so it's closed and privacy, of course.
Okay, there's a question I don't understand, so it could be a typing or it could be my comprehension. Can it be used in trading? So we'll come back to that if there's a clarification. A question here from a qual researcher. A big problem I've encountered with some of the AI tools is they lack the knowledge of the topic, and then a lot of misinterpretations can arise easily, aside from hallucinations. Can I train Yasna basic terms, so upload a glossary to say these words mean this?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. You can do that. You can do that in terms of like when we're talking about language, it could be really like special wording, yeah, or it could be in terms of translation. For example, when talking about laundry in Japanese, use this specific word. Sorry, I can't pronounce it, of course. I don't know that, but you've got the idea. So yes, you can give prompts to Yasna. Use this specific word. For example, we had a story in Latin America. We had some studies about navigators, and it turned out that in Spanish, navigator means browser and navigator. And when people started to answer, we realized that sometimes they are talking about different things. Like we wanted them to talk about Google Maps, let's say, and it was about Chrome. And we're like, okay, Yasna, no, we're focusing on this. And it was absolutely fine. Yeah. So you can do that.
Yeah, so one of my pet confusions is, as far as I can see in French, télécharge is to upload or download. So you need to get a bit more clarification there. So the final question we have at the moment, can Yasna tailor the final report for specific audiences? So can it write things for the C-suite or for a research exec or for sales or for marketing?
You can try, experiment with prompts, yeah, because the
Yeah.
thing is that, by the way, answering previous question about this generic information and context and so on. So Yasna analyzes only the information that she gets from the transcripts, yeah, and then you can play around this by giving different prompts, yeah, within each topic, let's say, yeah, you can ask about and try to, I don't know, give this information like in a certain way with a certain structure. So you can try. It's always an experiment. I can't answer this question like 100% because it wasn't the case. I don't know, but you can try. She's more capable than even we expect her to be sometimes, really.
And you feel that she's female?
Yeah, sorry, because well, Yasna is female, but I'm sorry. It's a technology, I know, but we feel that Yasna deserves to be she. It's not my English. It's on purpose. It's done
Yes.
on purpose. But you can create Mike, John, whatever you want, whoever you want.
Excellent.